I decided to stay for Takeover Predictions.
Yeah!
Sweet.
And
I like having Thomas for multiple videos.
Takeover Respect. They're gonna take over
RESPCCT.
all the respect. So we're gonna do predictions like we normally do before pay-per-views and big events.
Yeah.
But for this one, we brought in a specialist.
Really?
Yeah. He's right in the other room. Kevin, you want to go get him?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we figure, Takeover, this is a big deal. I mean, we're getting our first women's main event. It's an Iron Woman match, so we needed someone special to really give us their opinion on, what they think is going to happen. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Predictions Kane. How you doing, Kane?
Pretty good.
Good. From what I gather, you're gonna run us through the matches. You're gonna give us your thoughts and ask us our thoughts as far as who you think and who we think is gonna win next week or this coming week on Takeover.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, sir.
All right. So let's just start off with the semifinals tag team matches.
All right.
We got 2 of them, and we'll go with starting. Let's start with Rhino and Corbin versus Gable and Jordan.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
We've got 2 very big guys who are extremely physical, very dominant, and then we have a very classic tag team as far as their in-ring work.
I do want to ask, Kane, you're a very physical, dominant force in wrestling, and you've been part of a lot of tag teams. The historic, Kane and Hurricane,
Kane and X-Pac.
Yeah, Kane and X-Pac.
And with your brother, the Indie
What's
Taker.
his name? Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy. Sometimes I even forget his name.
Yeah. So you know what? Who do you think is the advantage in this situation? The tag team, or the dominant guys?
I'm going to go in the favor of Jordan and Gable. Not necessarily the popular choice, or I would guess maybe the majority choice, just because of how big and physical Corbin and Rhino are as a pair. But it's been proven by other teams like World's Greatest Tag Team and Spike Dudley and Taz that it's not very often that the biggest team is always the winning team.
Right.
Definitely. All right.
What about you guys?
Thomas?
Well, I'm gonna go with Jordan and Gable too. They've been on a roll lately.
Yeah.
They're like kind of the new sensation in the tag team division. They're really taking it by storm. And besides all that, they are ready, willing, and Gable.
Well played. I'm gonna make it a 3-way vote.
I didn't say I was voting for them to win.
Oh.
He just asked me who has the advantage.
Oh, that's.
My vote goes with Corbin and Rhino to win.
Oh. All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna agree with Thomas Wolf, and I'm gonna say that Jordan and Gable are gonna take it. I think we're seeing this influx of new tag teams. This tournament has been a great way to do that, and I think they're gonna put them in the upper echelon and have them have possibly the next tag team title run against the Vaudevillains.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going. All right, Kane, where are we going next?
The other semifinals tag team match.
All right.
Samoa Joe and Finn Balor versus Dawson and Dash, a.k.a. the Mechanics, FKA the Mechanics. They don't really call them that anymore.
We still call them that.
Yeah, we do. As in me on this one episode I've been in.
Thanks.
Yeah.
He watches our show regularly, so.
Predictions Kane does.
Yes.
So does Ice Bear.
And Doink just died.
Yeah, he used to watch our show.
He's
wait.
late to that.
Doink did die.
He's just late to that planking trend.
Oh, okay.
Let's.
Yes.
Don't worry about the dead clown. Let's move on.
Travis, who's gonna win that one?
as much as I'd like to see both the upstart tag teams get to the finals, I'm going to have to give the win to Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. I think just based on the fact that there isn't a title match as far as the NXT title is concerned on this card, I think that just means that Joe and Balor are going to head to the finals, and this is going to spawn into some sort of feud between the two of them for the next takeover for the NXT title.
Thomas?
Well, I'm going to go with Joe and Balor also, just because I think to really establish like the credibility of this whole tournament, they're going to want the two top names to go all the way to the finals to really put the stakes on that last match.
That's fair. Predictions, Kane?
Joe and Balor as well.
All right.
Well, you like Balor because you hang out in the same like demon clubs, or so I've heard.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's the other Kane, the demon Kane.
Sorry.
I'm a completely separate Kane from the rest.
Can I interject something here?
Go for it.
Can we make an interesting idea in who we think, not necessarily, maybe based on our predictions, who we think is going to take the whole thing? Who do we think is winning the finals?
Yeah, well, my prediction sees the finals being Joe and Balor versus Corbin and Rhino. I think Joe and Balor are going to take it.
All right.
Just based on the fact that, oh, hey, this is the first time we're doing a big tag team classic tournament, so why not make it the two top guys on our roster be the inaugural winners?
All right. Thomas?
Well, I said from the very beginning who I think is going to win. I think it's going to be Jason Jordan and Chad Gable because...
You don't get to use this thing again.
Well,
that was his towel, though.
Sorry, Gable. Anyway, I think they are going to be one of the top faces in the tag team division going forward. And I think that's the best way to cap this tournament is to put it in the court of the tag teams. It's been a tag team tournament, and if you're really going to book the tag team division strong in the future, you want the winners to be leading that. Besides, they are ready, willing, and Gable.
Oh, you got another one. Oh, that was good. Well played, sir.
All right, so now there's...
I didn't get to say mine.
Oh, well, we don't care.
I'm agreeing with him. I'm going with Jordan and Gable. Because they're ready, willing, and Gable.
He said it. He said his name.
I remember you were talking about the fact that you think they're going to go over via Dusty finish.
Yes.
Which is a great idea to have the winners of the Dusty Classic win via a Dusty finish.
Yeah, well, I think that's something that actually Kevin Hawk brought up when we were originally talking about who we thought was going to go forward in the tournament. And he said, and I think we agreed that would just be the perfect way to end this tournament. I don't think there would be a better way to end.
Yeah, well, and that's, as soon as he said that, that's when I formulated my theory of they're going to put Balor and Joe in the finals against Jordan and Gable, and they're going to go over with a Dusty finish.
I agree.
Makes sense. So, we have other matches, non-tournament matches.
Yep.
Aligned in this card.
We do.
We have the newest member of the roster on NXT, Asuka.
Yes.
And she's going to be taking on the very muscular and physically fit Dana Brooke. I think I can figure out where you're going with this, Travis.
Totally going with Dana Brooke.
All right.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
I am waiting for Asuka to kick her fucking head off.
Thomas?
I want to start by saying I don't really dislike Dana Brooke that much. I think she's not great, and she's really new, and so I give her leeway because she's not as good as we've come to expect. She's not as good as Emma, but Emma's been around the block for a long time. Dana's really new on the scene, and maybe she's not progressing at the rate we would expect. But I think part of that's due to taking a back seat to the divas who have been stars of the NXT Women's Division.
My counter to that, though, is that even with, maybe 2 or 3 matches apiece, I've been more impressed with Billie Kay and Peyton Royce than I have with Dana Brooke.
Okay, they're better than her. That's not what I'm addressing at all. I'm looking at Dana Brooke on her own. I don't think she's terrible. I think she's just not that great, but she's also a rookie.
Yeah, and she's still a rookie compared to Royce and Kay, because they've both been wrestling for a long time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
she's a WWE factory made.
I don't hate her. I'm just disappointed.
So with that said, I do think Asuka's gonna kick her muscles off.
She's gonna look weird.
Well,
yeah.
Can't look much worse than she did a couple weeks ago when she looked like Whorehouse Barbie. So
That was good.
Yeah.
I'm making it a three-way
Making it
tie.
a 3-way with Asuka.
Yeah, because that's just good choice.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
What about what promises to be probably a very entertaining athletic matchup between Tyler Breeze and Apollo Crews?
I'm really excited for this match. Just the thought of this match. I feel like this, despite the fact that it's being main evented by Bayley and Banks, this could be the show stealer. If these guys really buckle down, I think they could totally win over the crowd, maybe even more so than the girls can. Despite the girls having, the advantage of a special match type plus the main event plus all of the spectacle coming off of the last takeover.
Yeah, I'm going to start this one off.
Go for it.
I'm giving it to Apollo Crews.
All right.
Strictly off of the fact that Tyler Breeze doesn't have a stellar takeover record.
It's true.
He gets to be very in your face.
Has he won at a takeover?
It's possible. I can't recall every takeover match he's had, but he gets to be that guy who gets a lot of wins on NXT on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and basically makes him be that guy. Oh, he's got a serious chance of winning at takeover. But just that they give him that push to make his opponent look so much better when he beats Tyler Breeze. And say, oh, Tyler Breeze was so successful the last 3 weeks in a row, but so-and-so beat Tyler Breeze with all this momentum behind Breeze to just help lift that person up to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one that I was really undecided on. I'll go ahead and say Breeze. I think this is going to be a great match either way. I don't see any clear, the winner goes on and does this. That's why the other ones are so easy for me in my head to pick a winner, because it's winning for, Gable and his partner, who's not as important. Winning for those guys.
The one who's not ready and willing.
Yeah.
I like Jason Jordan.
I like Jason Jordan too.
JJ.
His name slipped my mind, so I was trying to cover for it, okay? But now I admitted it, so.
Moving on.
Anyway, for the Tag Team Classic, though, it's I know what winning that means. For the women's match that we're about to talk about, I know what winning that means. For this, I don't really know. Okay, if Crews wins, he gets another big win, gets more momentum, but I don't know where he goes next. Same with Breeze. He gets a maybe unexpected win, maybe, possibly first takeover win. I don't know what that means for him in the future. So it's hard for me to pick. So I'm just going to go 50-50 chance, say Tyler Breeze.
All right. I have a feeling you and I are going to be voting for all of the same people, because I'm pretty sure we're going for the same person in the main event. Because I'm going to go for Breeze also. I think with the fact that, he's kind of gotten, screwed the last couple times. He's asked, for these big moments. He didn't get the win against Liger. Him and Bull got eliminated first round from the Dusty Classic.
Against Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah, against the new guys. I feel like this is something that Breeze needs to win. This is going to launch him into probably his final run in NXT, since we're all pretty sure that he's heading into the main roster here fairly soon. But I think this they don't necessarily need to have Apollo Crews go on this long, stretched out winning streak.
Right.
I think having someone cocky and someone who is resourceful like Breeze, killing his winning streak early rather than letting it run on for months and months, would just, it wouldn't put a lot of pressure on the Apollo Crews character to be, skyrocket to the moon, but it would also help, the heel part of Tyler Breeze, just finding some way to, be able to say, oh, I beat this new sensation Apollo Crews. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Breeze. I think this is gonna be something for Breeze to move forward into his potential final run.
As far as Crews not needing to have a big winning streak, a lot of the big guys that they bring in, these big, dominant, imposing figures, you can name pretty much any of them, and that's what they have going for them. That's
exactly.
They bring their size to the table, so you need to build up their dominant streak in order to establish just how powerful they are. Crews has something different that he brings to the table.
Exactly.
That even though he's not the guy who's undefeated, he's still the guy who can powerlift you and flip over you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's that he's got an X factor. It's one of those things that is sort of undefinable in the way that it's like some people have this thing that makes people want to see them.
Yeah.
Apollo Crews is one of those people.
Yeah.
So the loss to Breeze definitely, I don't think, will hurt him at all in the long run.
Yeah.
But it could boost the Tyler Breeze stock.
Yes, definitely.
After having various unsuccessful takeovers.
Yeah.
And the main event.
So exciting.
The coolest part about this whole takeover, the main event, is a women's Iron Man match. 30 minutes.
The Iron Maiden match.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Loser has to get an Iron Maiden for 30 minutes.
No. Let's not do that to anyone on the roster.
Yeah, because that's murder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've got Sasha Banks, the former women's champion of NXT, trying to reclaim the title away from the current champion, Bayley.
I'll start it off.
Travis. You're not volunteering, by the way. I picked on you.
Okay. Thanks for picking me first.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I think it's pretty elementary as far as deciding who is going to walk away with the victory here. I think the great thing is that both these girls are going to get a lot of notoriety from this, but I think I would be extremely confused if Sasha won.
Yeah.
I love Sasha to death, but it would make absolutely no sense for her to win the title, and because she's a main roster girl now. She doesn't need the NXT title anymore. She is moving on into, bigger storylines on other pay-per-views. She might come back every now and again, but as far as NXT is concerned, Bayley's taking it. She's the front runner for the current crop of divas in NXT.
Thomas?
Yeah, one thing I do want to ask is, wouldn't it also make sense for the person on the main roster to be able to beat anyone on the NXT roster?
Not necessarily.
Just because the NXT people, they're trying to get up to the main roster, people on the main roster are there, so therefore they should be theoretically better.
Theoretically,
With
yes.
that said...
In the perspective, if you consider NXT the developmental territory, yes.
With that said, I don't agree with that. You said it didn't make sense to have her win because she's a main roster girl, and I just thought I'd pose that question.
Kevin Owens beat Cena.
Well, yeah, but he's Kevin Owens.
He was still an NXT guy.
He was a asshole.
He was.
Anyway.
Still is, to this day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Prediction Keynes predicts that he will still be an asshole in the future.
I think you're right, Kane.
with that said, I'm going to go with Bayley for this. It's Bayley's time. She's gonna be the leader of the Divas locker room for the foreseeable future. And there's no reason to have her lose the title.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it, again, a 3-way vote for the huggable one, Bayley, to retain, just because someone will need to be there and be the top woman diva. I was going to say top dog, but that seems like it could be derogatory.
It could.
Unless
that's an HR nightmare for a different Kane.
Sasha wins and then like her and Bayley swap places, so like Sasha is down in NXT and then Bayley has to like
Bayley winds up on Team Bad.
Yeah, Bayley has to like try and be a member of Team Bad and like they try to get her to fit in with them and she's just like still herself.
No, I think, as I'm being a big fan of the show and watching it all the time, you guys brought up, or you and Kevin brought up Kevin's theory of the stables in the Divas division breaking off and becoming tag teams.
Yeah.
I think it would make sense if they swapped Bayley and Sasha, so Naomi and Tamina would stay their team that they were before Team Bad.
Yeah.
And perhaps maybe pair Bayley with Natalya, who's a
yeah.
babyface looking for a new partner.
I can see that.
And why not have someone from Wrestling Royalty be her tag team partner?
Yeah, someone who she could completely fangirl out about.
Totally. That's a good idea.
Not that it's going to happen.
No, it absolutely won't.
Well,
I mean,
Bayley
teaming with Natalya could happen.
That will happen probably.
But the way we got there just now won't happen.
Good idea though, Kane. Thank you for that.
Well, that's why he's predictions game.
Yeah,
predictions game. Not all my predictions are going to be right. I just predict things.
But they're good.
Well, do you want to finish up the video, or should we bring Kevin back in? What do you?
I kind of always wanted to do this. Can I?
The floor's yours.
Comment, please, below. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe.
Yeah.
Click all the links. There's a lot of them. There's Facebook, Reddit,
the usual.
Twitter, Tumblr.
Travis, I've been kind of
emails.
thinking.
And there's a
Kevin
playlist.
Hart's been gone for a while, and Kane's right there. What?
There's gonna be a Raw.
What did Kane do?
There's gonna be a Raw review. There is one. I can see
I
it.
know, but if we say
there's a
something too
midweek
loud,
wrap up. There's a SmackDown rundown. And
we'll finish the video.
there's this video, and then there's going to be an
We'll
indie
finish the
news
video,
later in the week on
and then
Sunday, Monday.
You and I can
Ish.
go look for them.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for being here, Kane.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Thanks for all your insight on NXT Takeover. Maybe we'll bring you back for more predictions. We've got Hell in a Cell coming up, and I'm sure that's going to be a big show for you.
No, I'm not the big show.
I meant the show itself is going to be big for you.
Hell in a Cell.
So yeah, maybe we'll bring you back for Hell in a Cell predictions.
Possibly.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.